Hey, what's up? Thought I'd do a quick live stream on my new Samsung S23 Ultra. It's pretty cool. I'm getting older, so having a bigger phone helps me. I don't have to wear my glasses all the time. Now, the reason why I'm doing this quick live stream, somebody's coming, of course. Nobody was down the street. I've walked around this block about 3 times. Nobody was here. Now all of a sudden, I do a live stream, and see, nobody here at all. I've been walking around this block for a couple hours now. Nobody. That's why I chose to walk here, do a live stream, because it's so private. I got a truck. Anyway, I'm doing this quick video because there's one thing I've known for probably about a couple months, but it just keeps wearing me down, is that when I became a covenant or a driver, I was hoping to go back to what I was used to doing, being a solo driver. But many companies are trying to find ways to cut back costs so that way they can pay their investors more and attract bigger investors, so that way even if they suck and nobody wants to buy their services or anything, they'll still always be in business. We'll never be able to get rid of them. So anyway, I had to take this job because you know about everything that's been going on with my tutoring and with the pandemic hurting me pretty bad. Yeah, so I've had a few mix-ups with a few other trucking companies. They don't seem to know what the hell they're talking about, and they expect you to sit around and wait for them. So I took the one offer I got was to go back to a company I used to work for. And they don't do solo driving anymore to help them cut back costs. Now they do team driving, which is fine, I guess, you know, if you're going with a couple. Okay, another car. Wow. This is how you get people to come down the street that's really quiet and busy. Just put on YouTube live stream and everyone will start showing up. So anyway, team driving isn't that bad. And the person I got to team with is a very safe driver. I feel much more comfortable falling asleep in the back of the truck with her driving than having some of these young kids in the trucking school that is talking about how they're such great truck drivers, even though they never completed the school or even got in a truck. But because their dad and their grandpa were truck drivers, they're born to be a truck driver. I ain't driving with that stupid crap. So this woman is fantastic. She's a very positive person. She makes the whole experience really good. Problem is, with team driving, especially if it's a company that's designed to only have team driving, they want you to drive and immediately switch to another driver. Okay, I'm gonna go the other way because there's more people this way. All of a sudden, dead street, now everybody's here. Or either that, they're just sleeping in the car because they can't afford the motel. That cheap little motel behind me. And there's another cheap one here. I forget where the hell I am. Illinois, I think, yeah. So anyway, they want you to finish driving, get up out of the seat, get the other team driver to get in the seat, and they start driving, and you have to hurry up and go to sleep because they're only going to drive about 10 hours. You're not really supposed to stop much. They want you to take a half-hour break during your first 8 hours, and they don't want you to get too close to the 11th driving hour because you might go over because of traffic. They're always sending us down to California, Florida, lots of places with traffic jams and really bad roads or a lot of road work. So if you try to push it right up to the 11, you're probably going to go over your clock and get fined. So anyway, because of all this, because you can only drive and sleep, you can't get out and walk much. You might be able to get out and walk for like 15 minutes real quick. Then you have to get back in. So all that healthy food that they have at truck stops, you know, you're supposed to eat to get energy. Only a portion of that is really to keep you awake. But when you're sitting on your ass in that truck all day long and you're not allowed to walk, that food is going straight to your stomach. and it's hurting me bad. I mean, I'm gaining all this weight back. My stomach is always bothering me. I'm getting heart palpitations, all kinds of issues popping up. And I'm just getting fed up with it. And now I think I'm just going to keep walking, and if they get pissed at me, fuck them. I'm here for the long haul, not for the short run. You know, companies nowadays don't give a shit if you die and pass away, or you or you up and quit, because the population is now bigger than the entire population of the world throughout history. 8.5 billion people are alive now. There have been, they estimate, under 8.5 billion people throughout the entire history of the world. So companies don't give a shit. Now we're just disposable. If we don't do what they say, they fire us. They have teams of attorneys that allow them to abuse their country. You know, that's how companies get away with paying taxes and making themselves feel like they're gods because of it. Because they hire entire teams of lawyers to find loopholes in the law, so that way they can evade taxes, they can break all kinds of laws and make a lot more money for themselves and tout about how successful they are, you know, and how American they are, even though they're abusing their country and taking advantage of all of its weaknesses. That doesn't make you smart, it makes you an idiot. So it's the kind of country we're living in right now. So I'm going to keep walking, and that's what I'm doing right now. I've now gone over my 10,000 steps. I'm going to head back to the truck. You know, any of you that are working for companies that are only hiring for team, find a way to exercise. Don't let them push you around. You know, I don't know what's going on, but it looks like the way things are going, how America is starting to act like Chinese, you know, work your ass off for less income, work 2-3 freaking jobs. But, you know, they'll sit there and say, but we're American. Here's a free flag to show you how American we are. And people fall for it. I don't know. I'm just ranting right now. I'm getting old, you know. But this is BS. I mean, I cannot believe how horrible I've been feeling. My gut has gotten so much bigger, and I feel like my intestinal tract is getting pulled by the viscerian fat. Breathing, I can't sleep well. All these issues. If they really wanted me to be part of their team forever, they would want me to get out and exercise. They say they do, but they don't. They have exercise rooms, but by the time you finally get out of your truck to go into the terminal to use that exercise room, they got to load and you got to go. They don't want you sitting around, which is nice, you know, but come on. I want to make money and I want to be human. You know, if I'm going to eat all this food and just sit on my ass all day, I need to get up and use the energy that food's giving me. All right, well, you can hear me breathing heavily. I'm not healthy anymore, so yeah, I'm just taking a walk around here in this town. I don't know if I can turn this around, can I? Come on. Yeah, so this is a little back road. My truck and my co-driver are currently way over there at the TA, across the street from that McDonald's there. And yeah, I'm just taking a walk. I've got to burn this fat off. I'm not dying of a heart attack in the freaking truck. And this place is really interesting right here. Here's a Motel 6. That's not the interesting place though. What's interesting is this. That fun place. Hey Mom, can we go to that fun place? And it's a really cool idea. I mean, it's got everything in there. It's got go-karts, an arcade, laser tag, everything. Look how long the building is. They got this cute little teed golf ball for a mailbox. And I don't know if I'll set off any alarms if I get too close, so I'll just zoom into the front doors. You can see it's got a lot going on inside there. Yeah, right up there. Payson Mason Pizza and Fun Zone. Go-karts. Black Light Golf. Wow, that sounds interesting. Arcade. Bumper cars. But that's what they say there. This over here says birthday parties. Pool tables. Darts. And it mentions something about laser tag. A laser maze. Oh, and alcohol. There you go. And this thing. Oh yeah. I almost walked right by it. This is their little eye catcher. They don't need a flashy sign. They got this long car with all the information on it. Let's have some fun. Black light, mini golf, bumper cars. Oh, really? Yeah, and a cute little clown on top. His hair pulled back like he's enjoying the ride on top. Fun and games, arcade, go-karts, bumper cars again. Yeah, it just kind of repeats itself. Cool, right? Alright, so I'm heading down there and then going across the street. You can barely see the glow of the trucks, but that's down where I'm parked at. The TA and the McDonald's is on this side of the street. Right across the street there is the TA. Oh wait, where's the sign? I can see it with my eyes, but I can't see it with the dang camera. Bam, that's it right there. Although you can't read it. Alright, well, I am going to say bye. And I'm sorry I haven't been posting videos, but like I said, I do not have time. This job does not allow you to really do anything. You can drive and go to sleep, and you really need to go to sleep, because if you sit up for 2 hours and you play games or you make phone calls, or maybe 3 or 4 hours, you know, something important came up, you talk to them. Okay, you can't even see me, so I'm going to turn this around. So you talk for 2, 3, 4 hours. Then all of a sudden you realize you got 6 hours. You try to sleep, but you can't sleep. Now you got to get up in the 6 hours, and you have to drive. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. They'll harass you if you don't. So when you're done driving, you better damn well be tired. Knock right the hell out. So if you want to do something, you can get up a little bit earlier to make sure you got enough sleep. And then do something if you can. If you're not getting bumped around the truck because your co-driver is driving. And believe me, trucks do not have good suspension at all. You know, because all company trucks, they pay very little for the truck. So these things are bumpy as hell. Yeah, you just don't have time. So I've got a bunch of games and stuff like that and videos to watch. I probably played about 10 minutes of video games in the past month. I've gotten to only watch TV lately, but I fall asleep on it because that's what I use to help me fall asleep. Just a couple of episodes and then I'm out. So, and I'm not even paying attention. So it's not a terrible job. The money's good, sort of. You know, considering the amount of hours that you're working every week, you're actually not making that much money. You're making a lot less than what other people think. You know, you figure you're driving 10 hours, working altogether about 12, 13 for 7 days out of the week. If your 70 doesn't run out, and you only make up around $1,000 in most jobs, you're actually making a lot less than you think. So to those of you who are thinking about truck driving, I would seriously consider maybe just working a couple other jobs for a little while until you get caught up. You know, once the trucking industry stops being so cheap, maybe you can step into it. Or if you don't have rent, or you don't have a family to come home to. So, you know. Anyway, I meant to say goodbye before, and I'm going to say goodbye now. Come on, turn. Alright, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye.